they set? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
Because I'm back on an older laptop, I might have to go back a couple of levels of quality and technology because I don't know what it is, and I know that Windows Movie Maker isn't supported anymore. When I use Movie Maker, if I go longer than 4 minutes in a video, either with this or with the capture, the video starts freezing and it starts giving you that dubbed 1970s kung fu flick out of shape thing. I mean, out of sync thing. So it'll look off. So when I think I'm going to end up going long or going, hard, I guess you could say, or something or whatever, I'm going to have to switch to this format. I know there's other YouTubers do that too, and I guess this is why. But anyway, I'm still going to sneak some video in here, this thing, because this is going to be one of two videos that's going to show you what I see and what I think about when I hear people say that Taekwondoans can't take punches and that, you need to train with contact because you don't do the blah, 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 and you don't know how to blah, 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 because you're not really getting hit. Okay, I'm going to do two videos about this. But before I show you the bad training, this is going to be a message. This isn't the current students. These people are former students. When I've done what I call a blade of grass technique is, some people say you just slip it. To me, when you slip, you get ahead of the punch. Blade of grass is you can't slip it, but you're yielding to the force of the punch. So instead of taking 100% of the blow, you're probably taking 99.9. Okay? Where it gets you a little bit, but you manage to ride it out. You don't tense up and let it go. The perfect example of me doing blade of grass myself was one time when I was sparring. I was sparring with a previous instructor. He actually kicked me in the eyeball. So his toe made contact with my eye. I moved my head. I was perfectly in a zen zone. So I moved my head so that the impact didn't come right on the front of my eye. It was going behind, but I relaxed. And I managed to let his force take my head and body way over so that there was really no damage, because after that, then I got up, and I'm not going to talk about what I didn't hurt him or anything, but I got up and I got in his face after I checked my eye to make sure it wasn't falling on my head. I came in on his defenses like twice, I think it was, once, to let him know that I can knock you out if I want to, and then I never trained with him again. But I did go to the doctor, and the doctor was looking at it and was like, "Yeah, there's no damage. We can't find any damage, and luckily for you, you were as skilled as you are, because yeah, you could be blind in that eye right now. You could be blind in that eye right now." So that was me doing blade of grass. So that's why I teach blade of grass. I was saying it's not slipping. I took boxing. So that's not quite slipping, but it's yielding. And the only thing I can think of I've seen yield like that was when you're trying to cut a blade of grass. If it's not a stiff blade, it'll bend. So you gotta have a really sharp blade or you won't cut it. And when I've tried to do blade of grass with some previous students, they act like I'm punching them in the face. So I was like, well, maybe they don't like it. So I'll have them do it to each other. And then they act like I'm having other people punch them in the face. Now, keep in mind, right? When I'm doing blade of grass with these people, I'm telling everybody to go slow. They're not going full speed. They're not going full contact. They're not going full power. So there are no brain cells lost. The hardest part is like I place my fist up against your face, and if people get stiff, I say, relax, 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 relax. And then once I feel them relax, I see them relax, and I push. I say, don't push against my hand. Let my hand guide you, right? I say, let my hand guide you. And if I can get them going enough, I can even use a foot to let them guide. And then they do it with each other. And then they do it in the body and stuff. And the thing is, there is a person who teaches some stuff with knife. I'm not gonna say who it is, not because I don't want you to know who he is, and he watches this channel, is because I don't want to give away his content for free. I give away my content for free, but I'm not gonna give away his content for free. So I'm not gonna say who it is so that you can watch this and go, I don't need to buy his content. He said how to do no. But they do this with knife too. And I'm wondering if this may be where I got the idea from, because there were some knife dudes I used to talk to in high school, and I used to pester them for ideas, and they would give me ideas back. It was various different knife dudes, not the same set of knife dudes. But he talks about this in his knife training, and it's the same type of thing. Well, see, when it's a knife, you understand. You don't want to tense up if a knife comes on you. You want to yield to it. I'm like, oh, that's a blade of grass. So I'm wondering if one of the knife dudes mentioned this when I was a teenager, and I probably wasn't paying attention. So I think I came up with it on my own, or I think I came up with it just watching a lawnmower. It was probably all that. But anyway, what you're going to see in this first video that I'm going to sample is this is what I think of when I hear that you think Taekwondo people should take punches instead of learning how to either block punches or dodge punches or slip punches or blade of grass away from punches. This is what I see you as doing right here. When you want to talk about how you got to learn how to be hit, watch it. Here we go. Not the best video quality, but you can see they just punching each other in the face. Damaged brain cells, anyone? So that's what I think. That's what I think about. Before I saw this video, that's what I think about. When you sit there and talk about somebody needs to train, take punches, because if you would inquire of anyone who does any coaching of a combat sport, they're going to tell you that you can't take punches like that because in the long run you're damaging the brain. So, any students in mind, when you're talking to someone who's going to criticize what you're doing because they say you don't take punches, they might just want you to do that. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share it to people that talk about the martial arts and peace. And as always, thank you for your time.
Would you kick, punch, and throw? Cecil, you Taekwondo? Would you fight from on the floor? Cecil, you Taekwondo? Would you kick, punch, and throw? Cecil, you Taekwondo? Would you fight from on the floor? Cecil, you Taekwondo? Would you kick?
Just to be clear, that's not what I teach. I'm not going to let you stand there and just let somebody beat you upside the head in the name of making you tough. Peace.